name is Sarah and this is my channel Eclipse Botanica. If you're new to my channel, I am documenting my journey with my first small business, and I try to give tips on candle making as well as tips with metaphysical shops or metaphysics in general. I will have my website, which isn't up yet, but I'll have it linked below, and both of my Instagrams. One of them's business and one of them's my metaphysical Instagram, so if you want to follow me. Today I wanted to share some news, kind of. I sold all of my C-6 wax. I would just kind of like to explain why. I love C-6 wax. I think it's great. I love the consistency of it. I love the hot throw of it. I think all of that's great. But because I live in Texas, I have to put Vybar in it to raise the melt point. And Vybar and C-6 wax just do not mix. I have spent months testing every possible way of putting the two together, and it just doesn't work. So I made the difficult decision to sell all my wax to a lovely girl on Facebook. Her name is Nikki. Thank you. And I used that money to buy a new soy wax that I'm now testing. During my testing phase, I started with 464, and then I also got some IGI 6006, and then I got C3, and then I got the C6 wax. And I kind of had all four of those at the same time, and I was just testing as much as I could, which was dumb. I should have just tested with one wax at a time, but I didn't. And the 464 wax, I didn't really ever get it. I kind of got a hot throw near the end, but I didn't get the hot throw that I want. So I moved on from that, used the IGI 6006, and I learned very quickly that I do not like paraffin wax at all. I kind of wanted to use natural products anyways, but that's part soy, so I thought, well, it's kind of natural, so let me just try it. No, it has a great hot throw, it does, but cleaning up and touching it, and it was so messy. It was so messy, so no. I did add it to the 464 and to the C3 and to the C6, and that also helped with the hot throw. So there's that. I realized that I don't want to have paraffin in my candle, and not that I think that it's toxic or anything. I know that a lot of people do think that. I believe that it's toxic for animals. We just got a kitten, so I'm not gonna use paraffin. I also would like to just make very natural candles. And when I first got my C6 wax, immediately I really liked the consistency of it. It's a big brick, but it's not slimy, it's smooth, and it's really like tough and brittle, so you can just like drop it on the floor and have it shatter, and then you basically have flakes. Not that small of, shattering, but you can get it there really easily. So it's really easy to work with. I love C6 wax. I don't have anything bad to say about the wax. The manufacturer, on the other hand, I have read some not so choice things, and I do take that with a grain of salt because it is the internet, and you never really know if what you're reading on the internet is true. But just because of like what I stand for and what's important to me, the fact that this is hard to word. The reason that the manufacturer for C6 wax got taken off the shelves by a bunch of candle supply companies goes against like everything that I believe in and that I stand for. Not everything, but a big chunk of it. And so there's like a 50-50% chance that it could be true. But the fact alone that a bunch of candle manufacturers, or not manufacturers, but candle supply vendors took that manufacturer of wax off of their shelves kind of tells me that it might be leaning towards being more true. I still don't know. There's too much leaning towards that it could be yes. So I'm not really on board with that company anymore. I know I made a video about how amazing the wax is, and it is. The wax is amazing. So if you don't care about that stuff, then just ignore everything that I just said, because the wax is great. It's great wax. I can't use it personally for many reasons, but I started testing my candles back in February. So it's been almost 6 months. In a way, I'm going totally back to the beginning, back to the drawing board. But I did take a lot of notes about each and every one of my test candles, and very, very, very thorough notes too. Very, very detailed notes. So not really. I mean, I haven't used this specific wax before, the one that I'm trying right now. I'm trying 444 wax, and what I've heard is that it's very similar to 464 wax. It just has a higher melt point, which that's exactly what I need. And I've talked to a few people, and I've heard that it actually does have a better hot throw. It's different for everybody. That's why I'm doing my own testing, but that's the one I'm working with now. And if this one doesn't pan out, I'm trying to buy all my wax from the manufacturer that's like an hour away from me, which is Lone Star Candle Supply. But I'm kind of running out of soy waxes, because after this one, I think there's one more soy wax, like container soy wax, and then the rest of them are all like pear soy blends or just paraffin wax. And I think they have like one palm wax, but it's very expensive. So I'm really hoping this one works out. If not this one, then the next one. I can't remember what it's called right now, but if I end up moving my testing phase onto that one, I'll let y'all know which one it is. But right now I'm testing with 444 wax. I did the same kind of test that I did last time, where I made 2 6-ounce jars and 1 12-ounce jar. And this one, I'm gonna let this one cure for 2 weeks. It's the same. They're all the exact same formula. I made them all at once. Sorry, it's not her nap time. She's playing with her sisters, so I apologize if there's a whole bunch of kids screaming in the background. I'm gonna let this cure for 2 weeks, and then these two, I think rather than burning through them today, I could like let them cure for like 10 days and see if there's really a huge difference between the two. I mix all of my waxes with Cocoa 83, and I've heard that you don't have to let Cocoa 83 cure for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna kind of test that out too. But wait, what am I working with now? The 444 wax. I've read that you're supposed to let it cure 10 to 14 days. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try the 10 days with these two and then just burn test through them. I don't know if I've actually mentioned this before, but this little divot right here, that's not actually how the jars are made. This one's just messed up, which is why I'm using it for a test jar. But the top is very smooth, very nice, very smooth. This is 444 wax and Cocoa 83, and they all look like that. I did have to use the heat gun on this because there was a sinkhole, pretty big one. I had to use the heat gun like 3 times, but that's totally worth it. And I mean, I'm sure that it's not going to be that much different, but I just want to make sure. I just want to be 100% positive that if a customer were to buy my candle, light it, and then walk away and let it burn completely through, which by the way would take forever, because the last burn test I did I lit it in the morning and I blew it out before I went to bed, and it lasted for like 3.5 days. So I don't know what the math on that is. Oh no, it wasn't. It was more than that actually, because I waited until I got down to like here, and then I decided to switch waxes. So I emptied it out, which I would like to make a video to show people how to totally, completely clean out their jars. This was my first test candle, and last night, before I cleaned it out, it had like wax at the very bottom right there. The wicks were still in there, and it was black. This is the one that had the Eco 2 wicks. So all the soot, it was just black right here. And that's pretty clean. So I'll probably make a video on how to do that. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna wait 10 days on these two and then burn this one at 14 days. And I'm really hoping that I got the heat right, because 444 wax, you're supposed to heat to like 185, and then Cocoa 83, you're supposed to heat to like 230 or 215. so I heated it to 200. And that might not be hot enough for the Cocoa 83. That might be too hot for the 444. I don't know. We're gonna find out. That's what the whole point of testing your candles is. So, but I just wanted to make a video to let y'all know that I am no longer using C6 wax. And if you are using C6 wax or you're looking into using C6 wax, it is a great wax. I will card the video, my review on the C6 wax here if you would like to watch it, because I do really like that wax. It doesn't work with the Vibar, and I have to use that. And the stuff that I read about the manufacturer, I'm not totally on board with. So that's just me. Everybody, I feel like everybody has their right to do whatever the hell they want to do. So I'm not gonna tell you, don't buy C6 wax. Don't buy from that manufacturer. Like, do whatever you want to do. I'm just giving you my opinion. That's what this entire channel is. It's just my opinion. Even the stuff that's not candle related, it's just my opinion. None of this is like legal facts. None of this is, it's not that at all. This is just, I'm just sharing my journey and my experience and what I've learned, and for me, what has worked for me. And it goes the same with the metaphysical stuff. This is just stuff that works for me. I'm giving tips for other people that are just starting out, or maybe things are getting kind of stale, so they're trying to figure out maybe a different way to go about doing things, basically. But in all honesty, my channel really is just me talking about whatever the hell is on my mind. So hopefully that's something that you enjoy. Thank you guys for watching my video. It means so much to me whenever you guys do, and I appreciate any support. If you would like to subscribe and hit the thumbs up, that would be helping me out a whole lot. Or if you'd like to follow me on either one of my Instagrams that are tagged below, that would also be super helpful. I think they're also on my home screen on my channel now, I think. You'll have to go check it out. I'm not sure. But trying to keep up with the times, and it's hard. I feel like an old lady here. But I mean, I'm 28. I guess I am an old lady. Kind of. Anyone who's older than 28 should probably just flip the screen off. I'm sorry. I feel old. I feel very old. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video again. And as always, be excellent to each other. And I will see y'all in the next one. Yesterday, I did a Viking witch forced nymph style photo shoot with my fiance. It was really fun. It was also very hot because it's June in Texas. So it didn't get to last for very long, but it was fun, and it was a good test run because I want to start doing those as often as I can because it's really fun. I really like it though. And it's keeping me from shaving my hair off, so probably gonna do this with my hair a lot more so I don't shave my head, because I know that I'm gonna regret that.